Making YouTube videos has literally changed how I think, how I speak, who I attract, and how fast I grow. But this isn't just about me. These are 8 reasons why you might want to start too. Even if you think it's too early, too late, or it's too cringe. Some of these points are practical, some of these points are personal, and some of them might completely change how you think about content. The first reason is that you can turn your obsessions into assets. I like to spend at least a couple hours a day learning new things that can directly impact my life in a positive way. A lot of the stuff you learn, maybe it never actually ends up being that useful, but you can still teach it to others and you can make some money along the way. Also, it just gives me more reasons to spend more time learning. Maybe there's a day where I'm just not really in the mood, but if I remember that I still need content for YouTube, that pushes me over the edge, and I do want to end up spending time learning stuff today. The next reason why I make YouTube videos is that it gives me a good self-progression to look at for myself. You know, in the future, I can look at all my hundreds of videos that I'll have made by then, and I can look at both how I've physically changed, like my look and stuff like that, but also my mindset, my overall vibe, and just what I care about. Because I make videos on what I most care about that week. I can look at that, and it's a nice thing to have. It's one of the lesser points, but you know, I think it's still a solid one. The next reason to make YouTube videos is for consolidation, deepening your learning that you're already doing by making these videos in itself. I'm sure you've all heard the phrase that you don't really understand something until you can teach it to somebody else. This isn't just because like once you know something well enough you can teach it. It's actually that you need to be able to teach it to somebody to fully understand it. Like, it's not just something that naturally happens. You need to actually figure out, how can I tell this information to somebody else? Once you can condense that information into something that you can teach, then you know it. Then you actually fully understand the topic. In your head, the subjects are roughly condensed into images and words and phrases and numbers. It doesn't actually all get condensed into one solid language in a way that you can condense it into words. And doing this YouTube stuff, it helps me understand the stuff that I'm learning and condense it into a teachable format. The next reason to make YouTube content is that you're teaching people. I like to say that I'm benefiting the world by making these videos, and obviously there's lots of reasons why it's personally impacting me, but that is one of the ways that it benefits me, is that it's nice to know that I'm changing lives, right? And maybe I haven't actually changed a life yet. I know that some of my friends I have impacted, and that's just an amazing feeling. As I grow my channel and I get to help strangers change their lives. Another way that I'm impacting people through this is my friends. I can also directly send them stuff that I think would benefit them. And this is more direct than just posting videos and people watching it. Think about how you have those friends that you just keep telling them the stuff that you want them to do because you know it would benefit them, but they're not doing it. If I send them a video of all the reasons why they should do this thing, and it's in a nice format, and it's paced well, and it's got funny images thrown up like this, and it's in a very digestible format, they're more likely to understand that. And another way that you're teaching people is, at least for me, I'm teaching my future self. Like, I'm going to be watching these videos back years from now, months from now, maybe even weeks, and I'll have forgotten some stuff. And the longer time goes by, the more I'm going to forget this stuff. And I'm not making videos on bullshit. I'm making videos on high signal stuff, at least in my opinion. And so by making these videos, I'm going to help myself remember this stuff because I can watch it back. Another benefit of making these YouTube videos is that it makes you just a better conversationalist. I can't just be spitting out random shit in a way that doesn't really make sense. Like, I have to deliver it in a digestible format, in something that you can understand and that is engaging to watch. So I have to be charismatic as well. If I don't improve my conversation skills, I won't improve my video quality and I won't get more viewers. And so it forces me to become better at conversation. And maybe you think you're great at conversation, and like in the past I've been told I'm great at conversation, but I still know I'm not that good, and I can see myself improving. This is actually a great tool to directly modify how you talk to people, because I have to watch back and sit through watching myself talk like 10 times when I'm editing the video. And that forces me to look at the things I don't like about how I'm talking. My first video, I said, you know, like after every sentence, and that was pretty tough to listen to, you know? Yeah, that was pretty intolerable, so now I'm not saying that anymore. Another benefit that comes with making YouTube videos, and this one is especially applicable if you're trying to improve yourself, is that this holds you accountable. A way I've found that I can get myself to do things I don't want to do is that I need to make the pain of not doing the thing more painful than doing the thing. And a way you could do this is make it embarrassing to not do the thing. If I post a video saying that I'm gonna do something, my friends are gonna watch my videos, and if I'm not doing that thing, they're gonna be like, bro, you made a whole video about this. How are you not doing that? It's gonna be embarrassing to not do this thing. This one's definitely important for me because I feel like I'm on kind of a different wavelength from the average person and from most people that are around me, even a lot of my own friends. I'm trying to find people that are driven and can help me grow as a person. And by making these videos, I'm gonna attract those people. Every time I get a new subscriber that's not one of my friends, I'm like, this could be somebody that is just like me, and I'm helping them grow by watching my YouTube videos, but then they could teach me something too. You know, I'm looking at it that way. Every new viewer or subscriber that sticks around. Like you watching this now, you're not just a random number. You are a person who hopefully is similar to me in the fact that you like developing yourself. If you are somebody like that, I want you to comment your best piece of wisdom that you think I could use right now. I'm not even close to done growing as a person, so that would be nice to know. The last point, which might be the most important reason for all of this, is that it creates career optionality. By this I mean that you don't have to be a wage slave your whole goddamn life. By doing stuff like this, you're giving your future self opportunities to do more with your life. You don't just have to do the job that your college major unlocks. Like for me, I'm a psychology BS major, and so I would want to be a therapist. But I don't want to have the only option for my whole life be a therapist. And you can always do other stuff, but those jobs are usually worse. I want options. And I'm not just going to stop at YouTube. I'm going to continue doing more. Like I also have music that I make, right? And by doing these things that I enjoy and that have all these other benefits, I then also gain the chance that maybe you know, my YouTube channel blows up. And then I can do that for my life. Give yourself options. And this is one great way to make an option. Making YouTube videos isn't just about making content. It's a system for becoming sharper, clearer, and more aligned, and more visible to the people and opportunities that matter to you. It reinforces your identities, clarifies your ideas, and builds your voice. If you haven't watched my last video on why you should always dress nice, you should definitely go watch it. In it, I talk about how dressing nice literally rewires how you think and how you act, and tacking that onto your YouTube stuff can make it even more effective.